Some big news for Threads. They've recently hit 500 million users. So, interestingly, this brings Thread on a par or nearly on a par with X as one of the largest real-time discussion platforms. That was very much, in the roadmap for Threads to be competing with X and to maybe kind of take some of that market away from X. The platform massively focuses on its chat feature called communities, which is the area where you can kind of find essentially threads about a topic like social media, and then you can kind of get involved with different topics of conversation happening within that community. Users can now easily navigate these discussion groups via a new communities hub located in the left sidebar. So if you haven't been on Threads for a while, you'll probably see some of these changes. And communities have also been given their own distinct visual identities with custom icons as well. So you can see some examples of that there. So definitely worth jumping back into Threads if you haven't used it for a while. We have seen some more and more features expand onto the app recently, but it's still very much around text-based conversation. There's a lot of humor and comedy on the platform as well. It feels very like early days Twitter, where everybody was just kind of focused on one-liners and, really trying to get attention. They're going to be rolling out live chat soon, which will really help, I think, with kind of following along with maybe sporting moments or some of the kind of big cultural moments as well, like the Oscars, for example. You can also see when a topic is close to becoming a community. So they've started to highlight when there's, a lot of chats about a certain topic, and then they could make that into a community if there is a certain amount of buzz around that. So it kind of feels a bit like trending topics, if any of you remember Twitter's trending topics from back in the day. They're also making communities local, starting with native language tags in Japan, Korea, and Taiwan as well. So interesting to see how they're kind of going geolocating as well. There's also a feature called Your Algo, which is a personal setting called Your Algo, which allows you to privately tell the algorithm what you want to see more or less of. And you can choose that for like 1, 3, or 7 days. So if you're kind of using Threads as a bit of a social media listening tool, or you want to see specific topics because they're relevant right now, like Wimbledon, then this feature has rolled out in the UK, US, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. What about brands that are doing it well? Well, Channel 4 have been kind of using Threads since the beginning. I also think National Trust is one that I look at a lot as a great example. Waterstones, too, can create some really, really brilliant threads that people like to get involved in. You can see with these threads that most of them are kind of text-based only. They don't have to be images. But the key thing here is they are completely unique conversations that aren't happening on other social media channels. So they are unique to Threads. There's a particular audience on Threads that you might notice. And yeah, you can see Channel 4 are getting some great engagement on some of their posts there. They've obviously stayed committed to the platform. Other examples you can see here from Met Office. We also like to see when brands kind of show up and comment on each other's threads, which is a huge part of the growth strategy. You can't just log into Threads, do a post and log out. You've got to get involved in the discussion. You've got to be present. And you can see their Channel 4 and the Met Office having some conversations as well. So you can certainly have a bit of a cheeky tone, or you could be very valuable and useful to other brands. I would definitely go and have a look to see what kind of conversations people are having within your niche, and also if there's any other brands or even influencers within your niches who are utilizing the app as well.